Hi, everybody. So today I wanted to talk about projections, mirroring, and internal healing, and how it all is intertwined with each other. Um, so when it comes to projecting energies and mirroring and internal healing, pay attention to the people that are around you in your life and the kind of relationship you carry with those individuals and when you trigger them. Because when they are triggered, they are going to project to you all of the things that they need to heal, all of the things that they need to work on. The problem with projecting our energies onto other people is when we are projecting, we are pointing fingers. We are putting it into a different category. We are flipping the script in a way where it is not placed on ourselves, where we are not accepting ownership for our own responsibilities. And instead, we are putting those responsibilities onto other individuals, hoping that they will take the ownership for our internal healing. Now, can anybody tell me what is wrong with that? Because I know that when I think about it, I think about manipulation. I think about control. I think about intimidation. When we can become so intimidated by our own energies because of the things that we are seeing through the mirror aspects that other people are presenting to us. So when I say mirror aspect, the people that come into your lives, the things that are going on in their lives, it's usually mirroring the things in a different dynamic as to what is taking place in your own life. Now, when you raise your vibrations into a higher frequency where you're looking and navigating through things with a bunch of different perspectives, it's a lot easier to actually see this. Excuse me. Sorry. um, so when it comes to projecting, we start to push out all of the traits that we're needing to heal. But we do it in such a way that it's like we're brushing it under the rug. And why I say that it's brushing it under the rug is because when you are projecting, you are refusing to face those things that you yourself need to take ownership for. And getting to that point will require you to do shadow work. And if you don't know what shadow work is, please refresh, go back to one of my other videos. It's shadow work and self-sabotage. It will fill you in. If you have any questions, you want some more insight on it, please reach out to me and I will talk to you about it. I can give you the tools. I can help you with it. Now, that doesn't go without saying that I cannot help you with internal issues, because anything that is internal cannot use an external piece of material in order to fix it, because it is all inside of you. That is another touchy thing about projection. When we are projecting, we are usually projecting something that is internal. And that thing that is internal is something that we need to inspect. And the only way to inspect it is by not projecting, not reaching outward for somebody to fix something that is going on within. It isn't fair to throw out all of the things that you need to work on into somebody else's lap as if it is not your problem. That is what projecting is. When somebody is attacking you, when you're putting up boundaries with somebody and you're saying, you know what, this is what you're doing and this is how it's making me feel, and I'm sorry, but this is my boundary, because what you're doing is projecting to me the things that you need to work on and heal, and you are throwing them at me as if they are my responsibility to heal for you. It's not fair, right? It's not okay to do that. We really, really, really need to think before we act. When we do not think and we act on sudden impulse, we miss opportunities. I'm going to say that again. When we don't think and we use sudden impulse and we act on that sudden impulse, we miss opportunities. So what I'm saying is, if you feel like you have opportunities that are flying out the window and you're watching them fly out the window, take a closer look as to what is going on with you internally, as to why you were not able to grasp that opportunity and grab it and take a hold of it and persevere through and claim it as yours. Really inspect your internal emotions, because those internal emotions are going to tell you a story about yourself. I also need to tell you, as a warning, that when you do reach in and you do inspect these things that you project onto other people, it's going to sting. It's going to hurt. It's going to shake you up. Why? Because they're not so nice traits about yourself. So please do the inner work, okay? Don't expect, and I am hyphenating expect because expectations have a strong hold when it comes to ego. And expectations and ego in the same category, in the same story, in the same scenario, those two things alone can create blocks. Because we go into that place where we are in high ego mode, and then we get into defense mode, and then we go into fight or flight mode, and then we retaliate, then we get resentful. There are so many negative aspects to it. That does not go without saying that there is some type of expectations you do need to hold when it comes to the relationships around you, expecting somebody to give you that value and that worth. Expecting somebody to have the respect for you. Those are things that are absolutely sound when it comes to expectations and ego. Ego has a place, expectations have a place, but know where they have that place. Don't place them where you want so that it can cater to your life, because that's poor intentions. And I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of people can see past those intentions. They can see them. They may not say much, but they can see them. So while you're projecting, and you know you're projecting, and the reason why you know you're projecting is because of how fumed you are, how angry you are about it, how frustrated you are about it, how aggressive you can be in regards to it. It is all about the actions that you are taking. What is your intention when it comes to getting a point across, when you are communicating something? What is your intention? Really pay attention to yourself. If you feel lost, if you feel stuck, take a few moments, just breathe, look up to the sky, just ask for clarity, ask for it. You know, you would be surprised in what would be presented to you if you would just pray and ask. Because I will tell you right now, Spirit is always watching, Spirit is always guiding you, and He is right there with you. It's a matter of you having the faith to believe that that is the case. Projecting your energy onto other individuals is not fair to those individuals. It isn't even fair to yourself, because what you are doing is creating self-sabotaging energy. You are creating self-sabotaging behaviors for yourself and missing opportunities along the way. While you have the opportunity to grow and learn from the experiences that you feel internally, please don't project how you feel onto other individuals. Inspect how you feel. And if at the end of the day, after you've done so many different angles of inspecting on it, and you know to a T, logically, ethically, and everything else under the moon, that you are still right, then okay. Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation about it. But don't project your energies onto other individuals. Bringing other people into a low vibration because you are in a low vibration is not okay. If you know you're in a low vibration, find the tools that are going to help lift you up. Don't bring other people down. This is a short video. That's all I'm going to say today about this. I feel that it was something that was meant to be shared today. I also want to add that when it comes to projecting, we tend to disassociate ourselves from the situation. And that's when we start to project because we don't want to get hurt, okay? And we fear unknown, right? Unknown is an infinite thing because our future is unknown. We have no idea what's going to come from it. You can have a good idea as to what could play out, but at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that could play out. Like I was talking about that checkerboard. But if you want to know about that checkerboard, go into my previous videos because I'm not going to talk about it. Please really inspect your internal emotions before you start projecting the way that you feel, because you could create a world of hell for yourself and miss an opportunity that could raise your vibrations so quick. While you are sitting here projecting, you could be missing an opportunity of releasing whatever it is that you are projecting and healing it. So really pay attention. And if somebody gives you advice on the situation and points it out to you, know that it's constructive criticism. Take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Be gentle to yourself. Be kind to the people around you. Understand that we are all walking our own vibration. We are walking our own separate path. We are unique individuals, okay? So we need to really remember that, and we really need to respect other people's boundaries, okay? So thank you for listening. If you feel like you're disassociating yourself, disconnecting, it's not a bad thing to do. But if you are going to disassociate yourself and disconnect, take the time to do the inner work before you act on sudden impulse. Okay? Pay attention to the people that are around you that show you the things that are playing out in their life, that resonate with the things that are playing out in your life, because it might give you some advice. That in itself might give you opportunities for healing your situation. So be mindful, pay attention, and always use logic and understand boundaries, understand that self-worth, understand that everybody is going through their own battles, okay? Thank you. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.